5 years old. So you're back in school, and this 5-year-old little boy, or in my case it was a boy, and you're in kindergarten. Now, remember one thing. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. And in that regards, you can't sing O Canada. You gotta go stand up in the hall. We couldn't do the Lord's Prayer, had to go stand out in the hall. Couldn't celebrate Christmas, couldn't celebrate birthdays, couldn't sing any other religious song other than what we were taught to sing in the congregations. That was tough. So, kindergarten, blonde little boy, first day in school, the teacher puts him right into the middle of the room, and all the kids sat around him and saying, Jesus loves you so. Welcome to my life as a Jehovah's Witness. It was hard. It was really tough. So, jumping ahead, I became very high up in the organization. My dad, I guess you could liken me to Wayne Gretzky's son. My dad was Wayne Gretzky in the Jehovah's Witness organization. He was in charge of pretty much every area from pretty much Burlington on down to Dunnville in this area here. So to know him was to know me. And so I rose up in the congregation. I ended up getting married at the headquarters. And that was another interesting event. So I was progressing ahead. I was always there. I was always in front of everybody. And yes, I have been on stage a few times in the past in front of 10,000 people at Cops Coliseum. I'm way more nervous right now than I was there. But anyway, basically what I'm getting at is that was my identity. I didn't have any other friends outside of being a Jehovah's Witness. So as we progressed, my ex and I, we had a little bit of a rough marriage. I'm going to jump ahead to when my youngest daughter was almost born. Maddie, she was almost 3 months when her twin miscarried. We didn't know we were having a twin. 6 weeks later, my mother passes away from a misdiagnosed brain tumor right here in Niagara Falls. 6 months after that, my ex and I decided to disband our marriage. I don't remember my daughter's first 3 years of life. So at that point, I lost my identity as being a husband. That was pretty tough. It was 10 years we were married. Shortly after that, I decided to leave being a Jehovah's Witness. I was 32, so I lost that identity. And I was just beside myself. So I had these 2 little girls, and they were my life. I lived for those girls. They rose up, became beautiful young ladies. Both are very accomplished now in what they're doing. And then when they turned teenagers, they went with their mom. So I lost being a dad. And that was my most important thing to me in my life. I was very, very depressed, to the point that I tried to commit suicide 3 times. And thank God I failed. I'm proud of that. The 3rd time, I won't go into them all because a lot of you do know the story. The 3rd time, I'm standing in front of a GO train up in Oakville, or Burlington, pardon me. I'm standing there, and I'm from here to the back of this place away from this train. The very last moment, a gust of wind blew me off the tracks. And I'm lying in the ditch. My God, how did I fail this again? What's out there for me? Mark Twain said that there's 2 most important days of your life. The day you were born and the day you find out why. I'm lying in the ditch, waiting. I'm looking up at that train. I didn't know at that point why I was born, but I do know now. And I know that I'm here to help a lot of people, whether it's through this type of stuff, whether it's through a lot of the work I do online, talking to people all throughout the world. Facebook, I love it. But most importantly, I had to change my own life. And this is how I did it. Mostly 3 different ways. The saying is, change your thoughts, change your life. I sort of agree with that, but not really. Change your life, change your thoughts, change your life, but take action. And if I just sit back and meditate all day and all day, oh, I can be super happy, but I'm not going to be helping anybody. I'm not going to be helping myself. I'm not going to be moving ahead. I'm just going to be sitting there. And but also I have to, so basically I had to really start changing my patterns in life. And with that, the number 2 thing is taking massive action. And what I did with that is I really started to get into reading, into self-development. Brendan Burchard's book, Life's Golden Ticket, is the most important book that I can recommend to anybody. It's nice, soft, easy to read. It's a lot of fun reading. I cried, I laughed, and I missed several of my clients because I was so engrossed in it, but it changed my life. Also, I also got an accountability partner. Now, Elaine's not here tonight, love her to death. She's been a huge, huge help for me. Every day, I have to write out my next 5 things and then send it to her. And then she's like, okay, cool, you're gonna do them tomorrow. Yes, I'm gonna do them tomorrow. But the other thing that's really changed my life is this, my journal. But before I do my journal, morning and night, religiously, I write out 5 gratitude things. As soon as I get up in the morning, my gratitude, 5 things that I'm happy for. Before I go to bed at night, there's another 5 things that I'm happy for. And honestly, on really freaking hard days, it works. It takes time. Like even if I'm just sitting there with my cat, it's like, yeah, okay, thanks, I'm happy for you. But the other thing too, that I've done is my 10 lists. I have these posted all around my apartment. If I get friends over, they think I'm really nuts, but that's okay. My last one, my top 10 goals for the month of February, the last one was wake up with a smile and say thank you before getting out of bed. And that is the most important thing that I've done lately to really keep me going. So basically, when life goes up and down, that's a good thing, because so does the blood, so does your heart rate. If it's flat and going straight across, you're not live. So you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. And when I went through my depression, I had my ups and downs. I was on the meds for about 3 months, and it was one line, and I felt dead. Not anymore. And I hope in the last year and a half since I was on the stage down at the Hard Rock, that I made some massive changes, and I can feel, and you know that I feel better. I hope it shows. On that note, thank you very much. You all have a great evening.